Hey guys, today we have another Who Would Win book. This is another commented Who Would Win book. Guys, I just want to say something before we get into this book. I'm unfortunately going to have to say this. I might have already announced this on my community post of this book, but for people that don't check my community posts, I'm just going to say it. I'm really sorry. And when I mean I'm really sorry, I mean this is the sorriest I've ever been to you guys. More sorry when I figured out that I wasn't turning on my comments on, so you couldn't talk to me. So guys, I am really, really sorry. But I'm not going to be able to post 72 Dangerous Animals Latin, not Our Planet, the finals for a little while. I'm going to have to say it. I want this finals to come out much more than you guys want to. Out of all the 3 series I presented on this channel, I like this one the most. Africa comes in second place, and North America takes third. I really loved this series because of the wide expansion on it, and yeah, it was a good series. That's why I'm announcing season 2, and plus there is just a lot more dangerous animals that I cut out the first season when they were originally in that first season. Animals such as African wild dog and the sawfish. I also almost cut out the tick. And originally for the final, for episode 6, Toxic Warfares. Originally, that episode, I originally had the freshwater snail in it, but I just thought I don't need it, canceled it, and I also had the mango shark in one episode. So, season 2 is going to expand on this. I just want to quickly say a couple of things. Sorry if it feels like I'm talking to you guys, and talking about stuff every video. If you feel that, I'm sorry. So anyways, I'm just excited because I'm finishing my favorite series off. I'll give it a good finish, just like the past 2. And I'm also starting a new series. Right now it's pretty obvious on who we're going to get next for the next 72. So, all I can promise for 72 right now, the finals, it's going to come out either sometime between late October and early to middle November. I really wish it might come out sooner, but there's a lot of work, so I'm trying to get a work schedule. And school started, so that's going to crunch my time because I'm going to have to work at home as much as school. And yeah, I'm just going to be working a lot, so I am really sorry. I'm sorry if it sounds like I've been announcing this stuff. But anyways, today we got a new Who Would Win book. This is a commented Who Would Win book. And right now, during this time, I'm going to be posting a lot of Who Would Win books. So if you have a Who Would Win book match, like Ultimate Rumble or a 1v1 one, please don't be shy and request it in the comment section. And I will make sure I get to as many as I can, okay? Today is Who Would Win Ultimate Strange Shark Rumble. Forgot the guy's name or girl. So shout out to the person that requested this. They also requested Who Would Win American Alligator versus Nile Crocodile, which I will also work on with other Who Would Win books, which I'll announce a a vote at the end. I have two Hoodwin books, both 1v1 fights that I'm going to announce at the end. So for you guys to vote for the next Hoodwin book. Anyways, let's get into this Hoodwin Ultimate Strange Shark Rumble. You can see on the cover we got the Thresher Shark, Australian Ghost Shark, the Genie, I believe either the Jules Dogfish, Jules Dogfish, and the Ninja Lantern Shark. So let's get into it. Who'd win Ultimate Strange Shark Rumble? What would happen if 16 strange sharks decide to have a tournament? Who do you think will win? Right now, this shark is extremely rare. But the Megamouth is still a shark. For being so big, it actually eats the smallest coral. I start this out with a mishap. Fish and plankton. More on the plankton part, it eats that stuff. Which are like zooplankton, I think they're called, is what the Megamouth usually eats. These guys are pretty large sharks, but they are smaller than the top three, which right now I believe are great white shark, basking shark, which is in this book, and whale shark, which is not in this book. Sorry, a little sick right now. That's why my voice sounds like this, which I hate it. A little off. Not really off. So I might be coughing a little bit during this video. Just wanted to get this video out. Alright, let's get to the book. Round 1, match 1. Megamouth versus Hammerhead. The Hammerhead eats also small animals, but instead of them being small like the plankton and the fish the Megamouth eats, it eats stuff like stingrays and other small fish, including bluefish. At max lengths, great hammerheads are around 20 feet. That is fluctuated a bit. It depends on, food and species. This is not a good fight for the Megamouth. With no sharp teeth, the Megamouth cannot fight back. The Hammerhead swims around and takes chunks out of the Megamouth. The Megamouth can't fight back and ends up bleeding out to its demise. Hammerhead wins. Today, the next fight is between two smaller sharks. These sharks are really unknown. The Ninja Lantern Shark is commonly mistaken for the Dwarf Lantern Shark. And I probably wouldn't be lying if I said, I don't recognize this photo. And I never used this photo for a Hammerhead. Dwarf Lantern Shark. Even though I most likely have. The Ninja Lantern Shark is just a little bigger than the tiny Dwarf Lantern Shark. Round 1, match 2. Ninja Lantern Shark versus Viper Dogfish. Okay, with how this animal is like, we should not call this a Viper Dogfish. It should be renamed Xenomorph Shark. For how weird this fish looks. And how its jaw just comes out, which reminds me of a xenomorph. I think we should just change the whole name from Viper Dogfish to Xenomorph. Sorry. This fish has sharp teeth and has a similar extended jaw to the very famous Goblin Shark, which was in my last Ultimate Rumble book. This shark is very famous and notorious for its large jaws. But it's not unknown. It's really unknown. The Viper Dogfish is much bigger than the the Ninja Lantern Shark. The Ninja Lantern Shark is not focused on fighting, more of just trying to get away from the bigger Viper Dogfish. Viper Dogfish swims up and bites it by the tail, dragging it down where it bites it in the head, finishing it off. Viper dogfish wins. We have our next fight is a pretty iconic one. The biggest shark in this book versus the smallest shark in this book. The megamouth is not the biggest shark in this book. In fact, it's the basking shark. From fact, right author's note. Did you know the maker of this book used to think the basking shark was larger than the whale shark? So I really did used to think basking shark was the largest shark on the planet. Oh no, I just thought that it was wider. I thought it was bigger. Sort of, somewhat like the megamouth, but usually the basking shark eats smaller fish and smaller phytoplankton. Sorry, you're gonna hear me struggle with that. Than the megamouth. Round 1, match 3. Basking shark versus cookie cutter shark. This shark really needs no introduction. This is how this book's gonna go. This shark is notoriously famous for sending World War I submarines fleeing by taking small bites, and the humans were like, what's going on? Why is our submarine falling apart? This shark swims around, takes bites of other fish. This fight is going to be a tough one for both sharks. Somewhat. Well, yes, it might look like the cookie cutter immediately has the upper hand. It could easily just get swallowed by the megamouth's large jaws. Luckily, the cookie cutter shark avoids it and takes enough bites to send down the megamouth shark. The megamouth shark doesn't die but retreats. That technically means the cookie cutter shark, the small shark, humbles the biggest shark. Cookie cutter shark wins. The next fight is between two sharks. One that has just been recently discovered, and one that really does also need no introduction. The Jules dogfish gets its name for its beautiful eyes. The Jules, just warning you, most of the photos in this of Jules dogfish are maybe other species of sharks. I'm sorry, but there's not much about the Jules dogfish because it was recently discovered, but it gets to a decent size. The Jules dogfish can get around 2 feet long. Round 1, match 2, 4. Jules dogfish versus saw shark. Both sharks are iconic and have some of the weirdest features in this book. Pretty eyes versus nasty saw. This fight is going to be a difficult one for both. This fight is about which shark gets the first blow. Well, the fast, nasty saw shark could easily kill the Jules shark with one strike. The Jules dogfish quickly dodges the strike and immediately goes for the back of the gills. It's a tough struggle. Eventually, the Jules dogfish takes down this the sawfish shark. Convergent evolution. Convergent evolution is something that is really difficult for some people. Why is it difficult? It's the definition of convergent evolution is one animal that looks like another animal, but both animals are not related. A pretty good example of this is the aardvark and the anteater. They look somewhat related. And this is a problem for people that are going to immediately be like, oh yeah, aardvarks and anteaters are the same animal, are related. When realistically, no, they are not. aardvarks, for some reason, sit at the same. If Thanksgiving was real for animals, then the aardvark would be sitting at the same dinner table with rock hyraxes. Okay, that seems a little nice. And manatees, elephants, and hippos. That might not make sense, but thanks to the habitat of this guy, the aardvark, it looks something more like this guy, the anteater. Anteater is more related to sloths. Okay. The next fight is probably the two weirdest sharks. The Australian zebra shark, the Australian ghost shark, is probably the weirdest chimera. Chimeras are the grouping on which have ghost sharks, rabbit fish, or sharks, and rat sharks. They're not true sharks. They're part of the chimera family. And one of the most famous members and the most iconic members is this guy. The Australian ghost shark. Australian ghost shark, if you go to like a toy store or Walmart, because I remember having a toy, one of these, you'll most likely see this. A toy store like this. This is what an Australian ghost shark looks like. The reason why for the weird nose is I seriously do not know. To my best guess, it kind of looks like it would be like a hammerhead. Why it has sensory organs, where it has its big advantage of seeing its prey and possible predators. Maybe it's something to sense like clams, because usually chimeras, such as the long-nosed chimera, one of my personal favorites, besides all of them, also eats clams. So that's my best guess. Round 1, match 5. Australian ghost shark versus woobegone shark. I've heard people say woobegone shark and the woobegone or whatever the heck, but it's woobegone shark, and I'm not gonna argue. I pronounce how most people pronounce it Gariel. I pronounce it Gariel. And no, if you're wondering, I'm not British. At least I think. This evolution trait of the carpet sharks also extends to one of its also famous cousins, the angel shark. The angel shark might seem cute, it's not. Same with the woobegone shark. These sharks hide in plain sight and basically, in casual geographics words, live their life sort of like a homicidal rug. Well, fish aside, I think. These guys eat fish. They pretend to be coral or pieces of coral instead of pretending to be a rug. And the fish swims above and gets chomped. This is a difficult fight. Not really. One big chomp from the woobegone shark takes a nasty toll on the nasty, not really, Australia ghost shark. Australia ghost shark swims away. The woobegone shark is not really focused on catching it. The Australia ghost shark comes back again and gets chomped in the face. The woobegone shark wins. I think I did a bad size comparison, but we all make mistakes. The prickly shark, well, it's named the prickly shark, but it's not prickly, is a really unknown shark, getting up to 14 feet long. This shark can size up some of the most famous sharks like bull and tiger sharks. Not quite, but they can. This shark lives deep, so it's really rare to find a prickly shark. Round 1, match 6. Prickly shark versus horn shark. Due to the name, the horn shark has horns. No. And no surprise, it uses these horns to defend itself. In the same area where it lives with 6-gilled sharks, but no 6-gilled sharks, other black tips, and woobegone sharks, this shark needs some sort of defense if it's caught. And they use a spike on their back to protect themselves. One stab, and most competitors will be deterred. This fight is somewhat difficult. A shark with nasty jaws versus a shark with a nasty spine. Well, it might have a spine like the spiny dogfish. The horn shark doesn't have venom, which that is a pretty big problem to defend itself. But, the spike works, so. The prickly shark swims up to the spike and gets poked. It is still hungry and there's nothing else to eat. So the prickly shark uses its inner instincts and slowly just chomps the tail off of the horn shark, avoiding the spine. The horn shark attempts to swim away with no tail, but can't even get anywhere. It tries to carry itself, but the prickly shark finishes it off. Finish it off. Prickly shark is on the round 2. Prickly shark wins. Next fight is between a shark with a weird trait, which no other shark has, versus probably the cutest shark in this book. The thresher shark with a whip tail uses its whip tail to stun much smaller fish. It might need help in this tournament due to its whip-like tail. It's taking on some sized opponents. Especially taking on a sized opponent round 1. A pretty equal size. So much for. This shark can get to 20 feet long, but only hunts small fish, realistically. Round 1, match 7. Thresher shark versus zebra shark. Now, I feel like most people would say this shark is their favorite. Realistically, I wouldn't blame you. I love all sharks. I don't have a bias on sharks. I don't have a favorite shark. That's the problem with me. When people say, what's your favorite animal? I just say all of them, except mosquitoes and ticks. Comment down below what your favorite animal is. Or you're an animal nerd like me and just love them all. This shark has no real defense. And realistically, the only thing it can harm somebody with is its smile. With how weird it looks. Oh shoot, I messed up. Well, what realistically happens is the thresher shark looks directly at the smiling mouth of the zebra shark and then pours bleach on its eyes. Just kidding. Thresher shark doesn't care on what its prey looks like. Thresher shark gets scared and on purpose whips the prickly shark. Zebra shark. The zebra shark is stunned. It can't swim away good enough and tries to retreat, but the thresher shark smacks it again, knocking it down for the count. Thresher shark wins and moves on to our next round. Our last matchup of round 1 is here. Between two sharks that are really weird. The spear-tooth shark, also called the Brits. I don't know, I have a problem pronouncing some stuff. The Brits river shark. Spear-tooth river shark is a weird-looking shark with its nose circled. The spear-tooth river shark is a formidable predator with a nasty bite It can get somewhere between 3 to 4 feet, but it has been spotted longer. Round 1, match 8. Prickly shark versus... What's with the prickly shark? Spear-toothed shark versus right-angle shark. I'm not lying. The scientists that discovered this shark, marine biologists that discovered this, whoever discovered this shark did a good name. Named this shark pretty good. Because this shark is pretty good with its name. And its name kind of relates. You can see the right-angled shark is really weird looking. In fact, if this book was based on weirdness, I'd say this guy has the best shot of winning. Probably take the Woobegone in the finals. But this is a fight. Getting up to 3 feet long. Probably a little too long for how this animal looks. This shark usually only feeds on crabs and stuff. Crabs, shells, and all that good stuff. Shellfish, I should say. The spear-toothed river shark swims right up to the right-angled shark. The right-angled shark has no way to fight back. Its jaws are not meant to bite other animals. The spear-toothed shark uses its really sharp teeth to chomp down and take this fish out of this tournament. Spear-toothed shark wins. First round is now over. 8 contenders remain in this tournament. Next up is another fight between 2 sharks that are somewhat famous. Oh no, it's a horror movie. One shark stalking another. The hammerhead right now is looking for some food. This shark is gigantic and has a size advantage over its opponent. Round 1, match 2. Hammerhead shark versus viper dogfish. The viper dogfish, the xenomorph shark, is ready to bite absolutely anything. It wants to eat. It wants to kill. It wants to win. Yeah. Well, it can't. As the hammerhead shark swims right up and chomps it in half. Clean. I would show you, but I'm afraid of getting canceled. I would have showed you. Just know that. Please, just know that. The hammerhead is our first shark into the final 4. Only 3 more sharks have a chance left. The cookie cutter shark is another small shark, somehow getting out of round 1 thanks to its neat little jaws. Right now, this shark is a formidable opponent for any fish. It easily quickly steals flesh from other fish. Round 2, match 2. The cookie cutter shark versus the Jules dogfish. The genie's dogfish, I think it's actually called. I'm just gonna say with Jules. Yeah, it's genie's. Sorry. Genie's dogfish. Jules, genie's, whatever the heck it's called, is a scavenger too. It's looking for some food right now. As earlier, a sea lion got attacked by a great white shark. And great white shark didn't finish its kill. It was scared off by orcas, which for some reason just took like 2 pieces of the seal and just swam away to kill the shark. So the seal sinks to the bottom and attracts scavengers. This is sort of a whale fall, but with seals. Definition: whale fall is when a whale dies. Gas builds up and either it explodes, that happens, or great white sharks, or scavengers like great white sharks and other sharks, take pieces and the whale sinks. When the whale hits the bottom, other fish, crustaceans, and sometimes cephalopods come to finish off the carcass, and then bone-eating worms come. For that little while, hey, it's a food source. The faster and nastier genie shark rams into the side and bites the face and basically just kills an instant lights out for the cookie cutter shark as the jewel shark advances. The woebegone shark is now waiting for another delicious meal. The woebegone shark lays down and basically waits for prey to come along. What it doesn't know is its next opponent is much larger than it. Round 2 match Trace. Woebegone shark versus prickly shark. The prickly shark is scanning for prey. It usually hunts smaller animals than it. The prickly shark is looking around, sensing for some prey. The prickly shark's strong nose picked up on the woebegone shark and takes a very nasty bite out of it. Very nasty. Just know. I understand. As the woebegone shark swims away and hides, the nasty wound is too much as the woebegone shark is found dead later by the same prickly shark that finishes it off. Woebegone shark loses and prickly shark moves on. The zebra, I'm joking. Zebra shark didn't win because of its ugly smile. It's still cute, but just don't look at its smile. The thresher shark is scanning for prey. Anything will be a reasonable meal right now. Anything is reasonable. The thresher shark's whip tail is perfectly ready to strike. Round 2, match 4. Thresher shark versus spear-tooth shark. Spear-tooth shark's formidable teeth have taken it to round 2. But will it be enough to defeat the thresher shark with its nasty whip? No. The spear-tooth shark attempts to attack the thresher shark, only for the thresher shark to quickly smack it dead. The thresher shark's strong tail immediately smacks the spear-tooth shark and causes some brain trauma, which is not good for the spear-tooth shark. Now the final four is here. Hammerhead, jewel shark, prickly shark, jewel dogfish, prickly shark, and thresher shark. Now the final four is here. Welcome to the strange shark final four. 4 sharks are now competing, and only one of them can win. The nasty hammerhead has had no problems during this whole tournament. Round 1, it faced off against an absolute giant that wouldn't even hurt it. Round 2, it faced off against a small fish that could have hurt it, but just got quickly discontinued thanks to its nasty jaws. Now it faces the genie shark. Genie's dogfish. Round 3, match 1, aka the strange shark final 4. Hammerhead versus genie shark. The genie shark is swimming around, smelling for prey. It's definitely smaller than the hammerhead. This is gonna be a tough fight. Not really for the genie. The genie shark is eating a fish. It looks down and basically just gets to be continued to death. The hammerhead swims up and chomps down on the genie shark's tail. The genie shark actually bites back, which is the first time any shark in this whole tournament does something to hammerhead. But it's too late as the hammerhead chomps the genie shark out of the tournament. The hammerhead wins this match and is now in the finals. 3 sharks left, only one can win. As the genie's dogfish is knocked out of this tournament, two sharks face to take on the hammerhead. The thresher shark's nasty tail has done it great in this tournament, whipping its first two opponents to death. But now is a real test for the thresher shark. Thresher shark is a formidable opponent. Round 3, match 2. Thresher shark versus prickly shark. This is also a test for the prickly shark. Both sharks have had an easy run to this point, but who knows what could happen. This is the toughest fight of this tournament. The two sharks swim around each other. These two sharks are similar size. The prickly shark is heavier, but the thresher shark is longer. Thresher shark is 20 feet, while the prickly shark is 14 feet. The thresher shark strikes the prickly shark, but nothing really happens. The thresher shark turns and strikes again. It hurts. But the prickly shark is this time too strong for the thresher shark to whip it. The prickly shark strikes the thresher shark's mouth. It hits the thresher shark with its nose by the mouth, and then goes for the tail to strike and bite. The prickly shark loves the taste. The hammerhead thresher shark tries to whip it one last time, but the prickly shark takes one bite to the stomach, and the thresher shark goes down. The prickly shark moves on to finals. I have to say something. This fight was much harder for me to decide on who I think should win. The prickly shark was dangerous, and so was the thresher shark. I just couldn't decide on who I thought would win. I just asked my friends. I was going to do which one they didn't vote for. And Pro Gamer Boy, one of my close friends, voted for thresher shark, so I chose prickly shark. Now is the finalists. The hammerhead and the prickly shark. These two sharks are the two sharks left in this tournament. All the sharks are out of this tournament right now, except these two. The thresher shark and prickly shark swim towards each other. These two sharks are similar size. Hammerhead being 20 feet. Prickly shark being 14 feet. Similar size match to this fight. But this time the hammerhead is different from the thresher. These two stare each other down and swim towards each other. The finals. Hammerhead versus prickly shark. These two sharks swim and take chunks out of each other. Ramming, biting, ramming, biting, ramming, biting. The hammerhead gets knocked down, but decides to strike the tail. The prickly shark is in pain. The hammerhead tries to bite back, but the prickly shark turns to bite. The hammerhead shark bites back. Eventually, the hammerhead takes the prickly shark and bites its two gills. The hammerhead takes down the prickly shark and is our Ultimate Strange Shark winner. Ultimate Strange Shark champion. Guys, this is Who Would Win Ultimate Strange Shark Rumble. I hope you enjoyed it. The next Who Would Win book is going to be Who Would Win is going to be one of these two books. You get to vote. I'll put a link in I'll put a video. I'll just put a I'll just put a community post up for the next two Who'd Win books. It's just sort of the thing I do now. I will work as soon as I can on the finals. After this, I'm going to get some more done on the finals. I'm currently on the Murder Hornet segment. I haven't been able to get a lot of work done on the finals. So I'm only on the second segment, which I'm really sorry about. So spoiler for that. Asian Giant Wasp, I should say. So I'm going to finish the Asian Giant Wasp segment and start a little of the third segment, which I won't spoil for you. I'm going to start a little bit of the third segment, but I do have 2 Who'd Win books you can vote for. The 2 Who'd Win books are, they're 2, sorry, I'm probably going to be sick tomorrow, which means I guess if I get sick and I just gotta stay home, I guess that means I get to do more work on the Who'd Win book. The 72 episode, I mean. So the next 2 Who'd Win books that you can vote for is either who would win their 2v2 1v1 matchups. I'm gonna post those a little more. It's either who would win giant panda versus orangutan, or who would win candy cane katydid versus pirate spider. Thank you guys for hanging on there. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a good day. Love you all, but not romantically.